For most people struggling with significant depression or anxiety, there's usually major amounts of time, for many months to years, where they avoid telling others what's going on. That can happen for lots of reasons, including feeling confused, ashamed, or unsure at how people will react, or even whether anyone will be able to help. As one person recollected, I didn't really choose to talk about it a lot with friends because I knew depression is a depressing subject. The first skill I acquired was how to keep people from asking a lot of questions. Just a little misdirection. Oh, I'm sick today. I got a cold today. Oh man, I didn't sleep at all last night. No question, solitude can be a wonderful thing, with space to be in your own experience and decide how much others get to know, a real comfort. An interest in privacy is also not hard to understand. For many, this kind of keep-it-to-myself policy can feel safer and more comfortable. Until it isn't. At some point, many of us find these kinds of secrets can become anything but comfortable. You probably know what we're talking about. That smile pasted to your face, while inside you're feeling awful. The show you sometimes put on for others around you, and the times you're in the middle of something where you should be happy, but you just aren't. That's not an easy way to live. As one woman said, to everyone else, I looked happy, like I was coping, doing a great job, progressing in my career, all that great stuff. But below the surface, there was all this stuff that was just churning, and I knew I wasn't coping. While there may be times when keeping what you're facing to yourself is just what you need, when a secret is starting to eat you up inside, it's no longer helpful to keep it to yourself, and might even be life-saving to share with someone you trust. Many have found that this simple act of sharing with even just one person can significantly reduce the emotional burden of feeling alone and carrying something by yourself. Author Craig Gross calls this living a life out in the open. With even a little more vulnerability and openness, there's really an immense peace of mind that can come. Although it was years ago that Mr. Rogers encouraged children to put language to feelings as a way to work through pain they were facing, many adults still struggle to do that. Brené Brown has spoken about how darker emotions can derive their power from being unspeakable. As she puts it, courage starts with showing up and letting ourselves be seen, finding a way to share our story with someone who responds with empathy and understanding. You'll know when you're ready to share more with someone, and if you're not, or it's just not the right time, then trust your intuition and keep looking for the right time. When you're ready, look for someone that is a good fit. People you can trust to respond with love, respect, and encouragement. In addition to the obvious choices like a family member, spiritual leader, or professional in some capacity, it can also be hugely valuable to talk with someone else who's facing a similar struggle. There are different ways to do this, online or in person, with a single person or in a group of people with similar goals. You might see if you can find some time to meet or connect regularly, even weekly, to catch each other up. Make sure to ask them what kinds of things they're dealing with so that you can offer your own support and encouragement too. More than just focusing on problems, this is about asking each other about our dreams for life, our doubts, and our hopes. These conversations then can be about growth, improvement, and change. To help this happen, you might even come up with a set of questions you like to be asked when you connect with an ally or support group. We understand that this is a big step. It's one thing to recognize you have a problem, and quite another to entrust that realization to someone else. Whether sooner or later, though, find that person, even if it takes some stretching and patience. Craig Gross argues that in forging a deep, ongoing relationship with a person or group of people, you begin to alter your internal compass and provide yourself with deeper reasons for living the grand life you want to live. This connected person, he continues, has an emotional reason to make better choices because other people whom you love and trust, are now fully invested in your life. You're welcome to use the ally feature within Lyft to sign up someone you trust. Depending on your relationship and comfort level with that individual, you can specify which kinds of data on how you're doing you'd like that person to be aware of. Among other things, this kind of transparency and vulnerability provide an effective check on overconfidence and hidden biases that we may have about how we're doing. Getting more connected with others and being real together allows us to see what our life looks like to other people without our same mental filters. In other words, as Gross notes, there's a kind of overall protection that happens in just letting someone else know what's going on for us. You can do this. You really can. This can be one more way to lift your mood and move along your emotional well-being further. If you haven't already, we hope you'll take a deep breath and give it a try.